Hey everyone, contest entry. I rarely get around to getting these done, just travel busy. So it's kind of hard, but I really want to make sure I got this one done. This is for Michael at 45 RPM Audiophile. Come on, come on. I got a cat here kind of looking at me. It's about dinner time, and the cat thinks, hey, feed me. So Michael, 45 RPM audiophile. He, was it last month, he hit 500 subs. So he started a contest. He's now at like 1,200 subs. So, I mean, wow. Hey, if everyone could run a contest and over double your subs, incredible. But he has a wonderful channel, and for me personally, he's been a great big help. As I've had to rethink how I collect and how I'm going to do it, Michael's been a great source of information on great pressings, what to look for, things that are coming up, things that are being discontinued. It's been such a help. And cats, even Cat likes Michael because Michael has two whippets, and Cat would just love to go tease those two whippets. So go ahead, sit down. Yeah, meow. Exactly. So I appreciate you, Michael, for what you've done and how you have really helped spend more of my money. I may buy less, though my wife doesn't think so, and she may have a point, but I spend more. But it's been good. As I'm redoing my collection, I'm just looking at this quality. So thank you. Awesome channel. I'm pretty sure most people have checked it out, but if not, please do. Very good channel. So Michael had 5 questions, and they were fairly easy questions. And I actually wrote them down. The first one was overall, show like the best one or two albums, you know, as far as the sound quality, I guess. And I just received this one. I was gone for 10 days, and I came back home, and this is Aqua, and this is the new 45 RPM edition of Aqua. And I did put this on. And I'm a huge Jethro Tull fan. It's one of my all-time favorite groups. And it sounded wonderful. I mean, it just really, it was incredible. I could not, oh, there you go. I gave you the crack. It's not even my favorite Jethro Tull album. I mean, I like it a lot. It's not my number one. But it's an important album, and any Tull fan absolutely has to have it. And what great packaging. Isn't that nice how this thing came in? I was really excited when I saw they were going to reissue this, and I truly hope that they do some others. But so this had outstanding sound quality. All right, let me try and get this. Another one here, Miles Davis Kind of Blue. It's actually, this was off his box set. They had a special, was 50th anniversary box set that came in, and it sounds just absolutely amazing. Really love the sound of it. I might try to go find that box set again and bring that in. And here was one. This is the MoFi of Miles Davis, Smiles, Smiles. You can see it on there. You know what? I saved about 400 of my albums, and I saved about all my Miles Davis except for whatever reason I couldn't find my MoFi Bitches. And that one didn't get saved. I don't know what happened to it. So those are some of my favorite pressings that I really like. Miles in the Sky, one of my all-time favorite Miles albums. Incredible. Next was an album that you had a hard time finding, you know, that you searched and searched. This is one I had on CD, and it took me years. And earlier this year, I found it, and I got an OG. I lost my OG. I did keep it, but Record Store Day, they reissued it. It's Andy Warhol's Songs for Drella. This is just, it's hard for me to say how much this album means to me, how much I love it. If you love the Velvet Underground, this is like the Velvet Underground getting back together with Lou Reed and John Cale. And it's just their tribute to Andy Warhol. And it's done in such a wonderful way. I mean, it's done with respect. It's done accurately. The good and bad of Andy Warhol. So just a superb album. Yeah, I'll probably try to get that OG again, at least because I need the cover. I mean, I have the album. But this was, could not have come at a better time for Record Store Day. So Songs for Drella was by far one of the albums I searched high and low for years and years. Finally, I went on to Discogs because I could never find it. Live albums. Best-selling live albums. I don't have a lot of live albums left. But one of my all-time favorites, this is not Mo-Fi or anything, but this is just all-time favorite live albums. Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense. One of those, I rescued all my Talking Heads because it's an important group to me. This was such an incredible concert. You know, it took Talking Heads really to me at their prime. It was really before they got well, Burning Down the House had just come out, so it was just when they were hitting commercial. It is such a great video. You know, you pull it up on YouTube. Stop Making Sense. It's outstanding. How the band, it just starts with David Byrne on guitar. Then the next song, Tina Weymouth comes in and plays the bass and the guitar. Then they add the drums. Then Jerry Harrison comes in. Just the band keeps building with each song, and then it just goes. I mean, just goes raucous. You know, the funk and everything. Outstanding. Such a great live album. Love to see this thing released in a really good, you know, whether it be, you know, a Mo-Fi and analog sound, something like that. You know, another really good live album is Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison Blues, and this was the Record Store Day issue. Oh, what was this one? This was like number 853. No, 954. What a great live album from Music Matters. This is the 5-album set. Really enjoyed this. Final, what would you like to see? This box set, what would you like to have reissued, done in a phenomenal way with just the, you know, with analog tapes and the best possible recordings? That one was kind of hard, but there's 2 albums I came up with. First one is the Waterboys. Now, this one actually comes from their box set. I had an OG, but I also had this beautiful Waterboys box set. This is Fisherman's Blues. Fisherman Blues is an album that when it plays, the hair on the back of my neck stands up. It gives me goose pimples. It's just such incredible, beautiful music from the Waterboys. I've talked about it many times in different contests. I just think it's one of the most wonderful albums that's ever made, and it really got me into Irish music. And as I began a journey more into world music, and I've turned a lot of people on. This is one of those albums where, you know, I've talked to people and says, hey, here's something that I would recommend, and they've always liked it. So Waterboys Fisherman Blues, I'd like to see done. The other one, this was another album I searched for years, could never find, but James Griffith out of England, he sent me this, and I lost the cover. So James, if you're watching, I apologize, but it's World Party Goodbye Jumbo. An incredible sounding album. This is an album of soundscapes. It's an album that there's so much going on, Beatlesque, shall we say, and just the harmonies and the different atmospheres. It's just, again, it's a top 10 album of mine, and I've always had it on CD, could never find it in vinyl, but I guess it's easier to find in the UK, which would make sense. I would love to see this thing reissued properly and to give it the full treatment. How about that? I did a contest in just 10 minutes. That's all right. So, Michael, congratulations on 1,340. I don't know. It was 500 a month ago, and you've over doubled it. But there's a good reason why. You have great content that's really helpful. For me, it's been super helpful. I always appreciate communicating with you and hearing what you have to say. And yes, you cost me a lot of money. Everyone, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye.